Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's vinyasa class. We'll start in a comfortable seated position, something where you can have a fairly straight back, sitting up tall. We're going to come and do some breathing in a moment, but to start with, let's close our eyes, bringing our palms to our heart center, fingers spread, pushing equally into each palm. Maybe pushing to the left and the right. Feel the energy, the connection between your fingers while your hands are pushed here. And for today's class, I'd like to maybe focus on considering how we define our day or our week, or how we let others define our day or week for us. So I'm going to start by reading something. It says, often we walk around the world allowing others to define our emotions. We get ping-ponged by a bad driver or a rude checkout clerk or a tense interaction at work. Not today is a reminder that your focus and control is internal despite external forces. Move through today with an intention to stay present with yourself, to look for ways that you get pulled away. And when you see that happening, remind yourself, not today. You are in charge. Let's take a big inhale through our nose. And a big exhale, sigh it out. Slowly opening our eyes, releasing our palms. You can feel the warmth, the energy that was flowing from pushing those palms together. Let's inhale our arms up and overhead, interlacing those thumbs. Really stretch it out, small arch in our lower back as we look upwards. And then let's exhale into a twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand comes to the mat behind us. Looking out over that shoulder. Let's inhale those arms up and overhead again, switching thumbs this time. Big long stretch. Small arch again, looking upwards. Let's exhale this time, right hand to left knee, sitting up nice and tall. As we look out to the side of the room, over our left shoulder. And again, let's inhale those arms up and overhead, palms together this time, looking upwards. Exhale the hands down both sides. So for this breathing that we're going to do now, we're going to do something which is called Sitali breath. So I recently took a pranayama course, which was very timely considering everything going on in the world, and it's teaching about our vagus nerve, which connects our brain all the way through our spine, and it has so much control over our body. And there's a lot of different breathing exercises that we can do to help keep ourselves calm, to help calm our vagus nerve. And so the breath we're going to do today, like I said, it's called Sitali breath. You can do it with your eyes closed or soft gaze. So the way to do this, there's two ways. So you can either, what we want to do, if possible, is to create a U with your tongue. So you keep your mouth open, sticking your tongue out, you can create a U or like a taco shell. If that's not something you can do, which it's not for me, then we just create an O with our lips. So you're just kind of almost as though you were sucking on a straw. So when you have that U with your tongue or the O with your lips, You inhale through your mouth. Pause for a moment, holding your breath, and then exhale through your nose. So we'll do this together now. And like I said, eyes closed, soft gaze, help center ourselves before we start moving a little. So when you're ready, taco tongue or O with your mouth. Pausing for a few seconds. Exhaling through your nose. Relaxing your shoulders. And if holding your breath at the top feels uncomfortable for you, then just go straight into the exhale. Anytime with breath work that we do, it's meant to calm us, usually relax us. Sometimes there's energizing breaths, but you never want to do anything that has you feeling uncomfortable. And a few more cycles here. And your next exhale, just continue breathing naturally afterwards. Keeping your eyes closed or with a soft gaze. And then when we're ready, we will open them slowly. We do a few shoulder rolls. So let's lift those shoulders nice and high up towards our ears, which looks terribly awkward, but then we'll roll them backwards down our spine, imagining that you're pulling your shoulder blades down and back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up towards your ears. Exhale down your spine. Again, inhale up towards your ears and then exhale down towards your spine. I'm going to do a few wrist stretches here. If you've done my class before, you'll probably remember these. So right hand forward, fingers spread wide, hand is flexed, reaching backwards. You're already going to feel a stretch in your forearm here. Fingers are spread. Then let's rotate that hand clockwise. So the fingers are pointing down. Let's grab a hold of that pinky finger, give it a pull down. Then we'll grab a hold of the ring finger, give that a pull down. Let's grab a hold of the middle finger, giving that a gentle pull. Lastly, pointer finger, giving that a pull. So you're just opening up that arm and that wrist. You spend a lot of time on your computer typing. Let's let go of the pointer finger, rotate that hand so that you've got your thumb downwards and pulling on the thumb. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. And as well, when we're doing this, you want to keep that, sorry, I should have said this at the beginning, the shoulder back in the socket. So let's try that with the left hand, releasing the right, left hand goes out, fingers spread wide. And while you're reaching forward, take that shoulder, pull it back into the socket. Yeah, so you can see it's forward. It's almost like we're pulling the shoulder out of the socket. Pull that back in, shoulders down, rotating counterclockwise so that all of your left fingers are pointing down. It's hard to get there if we've got the tightness, which is totally fine. We're working with our body. Pulling on that ring finger. Then the middle finger. Pointer finger. Release that, rotate back, grabbing a hold of the thumb. Pulling that thumb down. Excellent. Let's give everything a bit of a shake. Maybe you'd like a few more shoulder rolls. I'm going to get some music set up here to start. And then we will get moving. Some slow flowing music today. We're not going to move too quickly. Focusing on controlling our thoughts where we can. We're going to come into tabletop pose. So knees below hips, wrists below shoulders, core is slightly engaged. We've got a neutral spine. You can look down towards your hands or just slightly forward. And then we're going to start rolling that spine. So dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, waking our body up, lifting that chin. Exhale, pushing into the mat. So we curve the spine, tuck that tailbone, lastly tucking the chin. Switching. Set my timer here. There we go. Continuing to move with your body. Feel free to add in any kind of hip wiggles if you need to. Maybe just wiggle and move as your body feels good. A couple more of these. From here, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So tucking those toes, push into the hands, lift that tailbone. I don't know about you, but my hamstrings are tight this morning. Giving those a good walk out, wiggling those hips, lifting the tailbone, pushing into those fingers. All of the fingers are spread wide, index fingers pointing forward. From here, let's walk those hands back in towards our feet. So we're hanging in a forward fold here. Let's grab a hold of our elbows, letting the weight of our upper body pull us forward. Maybe you'd like to swing side to side or sway. Very slowly we'll rise up, release your elbows. Starting to rise up. We're going to walk ourselves to the front of our mat. From here, we'll bring those big toes together. Heels can be slightly separated. Let's inhale our arms up and overhead, looking upwards, small curve in our lower spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, let's place those hands down on the mat and step back to a plank. From here, you can lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga.
I usually like my first one with knees, chest, chin, tucking those elbows. Inhale, baby cobra, tops of the feet are pushing into the mat, shoulders are back. Small curve in the spine. Exhale, release, pushing back to downward facing dog. From here, let's inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog, right leg nice and long. Bring it forward, place it between your hands. We're coming in to warrior one. So baby step in with that left foot. It's on a 45-degree angle. Heels are in line with each other. Bending into that front leg, arms overhead. Hips are squared to the front of the mat. Place your hands there if you need to. Check their positioning. Focusing on our breathing as we flow. Exhale, let's place those hands down either side of that right foot. Step back to high plank. From here, we're going to push back straight to downward facing dog. Inhale again, that right leg up, three-legged dog. We're going to do the elbow taps here. So shifting our weight slightly forward, right elbow to right knee. Inhale again, back for three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee towards your chin. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, that right foot back down to the mat. Again, let's walk our hands back towards our feet. From here, we're gonna hang again. This time, maybe let's grab a hold of our big toes. So pointer and middle finger, if you'd like, wrap them around those big toes. Keeping a nice bend in those knees if you'd like. You can rest your chest on your thighs. If you'd like, you can straighten those legs. Pulling those elbows out to the side as we pull our upper body deeper. Let's shake our head left and right now. Bit of movement for that neck. Slowly releasing those toes. Inhale, rising up. Let's walk again to the front of the mat. Feet together. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, stepping back to high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale the left leg up, nice and long, three-legged dog. Bring it forward, place it between your hands. Coming up into warrior one on the left side. Small step in, the right foot as we rise up. Warrior one for me is always one of those slightly awkward poses. I'm never sure if I've got quite the right width between my feet. Sometimes it's these challenging poses though, or the ones that bring our attention back to what we're doing, or the ones that we might feel a bit frustrated about, that are important for us to practice. Working on how we react, how our emotions are. Exhale, hands either side of that left foot. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up, three-legged dog again. Coming in for elbow taps, left knee to left elbow, shifting your weight forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to chin. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lowering it back down for downward facing dog. Let's walk those hands back. Forward fold at the back of your mat. This time, if you'd like, we can tuck the hands underneath the feet. So lifting your feet slightly, tucking those hands under. Big bend in those knees if you'd like. Hands are all the way under the feet. As you exhale, maybe you can straighten those legs a little bit more. Again, deepening the stretch here for our hamstrings. Let's slowly release those hands. When you're ready, very slowly rising up. Walking to the front of the mat. Again, big toes together. Let's inhale our arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Moving with your breaths. High plank. Taking a vinyasa, or anytime you can head straight to downward facing dog. We'll meet there. One more breath here. From here, let's inhale our right leg up nice and long, three-legged dog. Step it forward between our hands, coming into warrior two. So rotate that back foot. Windmill those arms open. Look down, let's see if you can see that big toe on your right foot. Your knee's not falling inwards. Lift those palms towards the ceiling. Exhale. Flow them back down. Help pulling those shoulders away from the ears. On their next exhale, let's windmill our arms either side of that right foot, stepping back to high plank. From here, push back to downward facing dog. We're gonna have some elbow taps again, so let's inhale that right leg up again, nice and long, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale again, nice and long. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale again, nice and long. Exhale, right knee to chin. Inhale again, three-legged dog. Lowering it back down for downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna look forward between our hands. This time we're stepping forward. Let's step our right foot forward, our left knee to right, half lift, and then we'll fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Arms overhead if you like. Palms together down our heart center. Again, inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's take a vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. One more breath here. Using Ujjayi breath if it's in your practice. Inhale that left leg up, nice and long. Step it forward between your hands. Coming into warrior two, so let's rotate that right foot. Windmill those arms open. Again, let's look down for our left toe here. Flipping our palms again, so palms are upwards. Exhale, let's fold them back down or rotate them back down. Soft gaze over that left hand. Windmill the hands either side of that left foot. Step back, high plank, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up, nice and long. Exhale, bring that left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chin. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, place that foot down on the mat. Looking forward between your hands. Step your left foot forward, your right to meet your left, and then forward fold. Inhale, rising up slowly. Palms overhead. Press together, pulling them down your heart center. Let's close our eyes here, catching our breath. Coming back to our focus for today's class, we're working to not let external things affect our day. Slowly open those eyes. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. From here, you can go straight to downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. 3 breaths here in downward facing dog. The next inhale, let's bring that right leg up nice and long, three-legged dog. Exhale, place it forward between your hands, warrior two. We're gonna reverse our warrior, left hand down that left thigh, right hand sweeps up and over, gazes upwards. From here, right forearm to right thigh, just letting it rest there, not putting our weight. Left hand sweeps up and over. Extending this pose, opening the left side of that body. Breathing while we're here. Exhale, place our hands either side of that right foot, stepping to a plank. Pause here. Push back to downward facing dog. Elbow taps again. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chin. Three-legged dog. Placing that back down on the mat for a downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands. Step the right foot forward, the left to meet the right, and then forward fold. Inhale, rising up, arms above head, palms pushed together, pulling them down to the heart center. Other side, inhale, arms up and overhead, forward fold. And we'll meet in downward facing dog, moving with your own breath. Your next exhale, your next inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog, bring it forward, place it between your hands, warrior two. Checking your alignment, if you'd like. Soft gaze out of those left fingers. Right hand down your right thigh, left hand sweeps up and over. As we reverse this warrior. Left forearm to left thigh. Sweep that right arm up and over, reaching towards the front of your room. Gazes sideways or upwards. Two more breaths here. Reaching just a little bit further forward with those right fingers. Exhale, place them either side of that left foot. Step back, plank. From here, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up again, three-legged dog, bring it forward. Left knee, left elbow, three-legged dog, left knee, right elbow. Three-legged dog, left knee to your chin. Three-legged dog. Exhale, lower it back down to the mat. This time we're going to come into wide-legged child's pose from here. So lower the knees as wide as the mat. Push those sit bones back. Walk your hands back. Finding a place of rest for your forehead. That might be on the mat, maybe on the stack with your hands. Focusing on our breath here as those hips open a little. So if you have your hands out in front of you, maybe you can push those sit bones a little bit further back towards your heels. From here, we're going to slowly start rising back up to a downward facing dog. So those fingertips are spread nice and wide. Let's check that our pointer fingers are pointed forward. All edges of our hands are pushing into the mat equally. Lift those tailbones, tuck the toes. 3 breaths here. In downward facing dog, really pushing into those hands. Look forward between your hands, step that left foot forward, right to meet the left, and then forward fold. Inhale, rising up slowly. Arms up and overhead, palms pushed together, pulling them down our center line. Then again, inhale our arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking a vinyasa if you'd like. Or if your body needs some more restorative resting poses today, you can always skip that vinyasa. Go straight to downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale that right leg up, nice and long, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward between your hands, coming into warrior two again. Checking your alignment as we get here. Let's reverse the warrior, left hand, left thigh. Right hand sweeps up and back. Exhale, extend, right forearm to right thigh. Left hand is reaching forward. From here, back to warrior two. Straighten that front right leg. We're gonna come into triangle. Shimmy that left hip towards the back of your space. Right hand is reaching further forward. Sweeping down. Left hand comes up. Gaze is out to the side or up towards your ceiling or whatever roof you've got in the space you're practicing in. We're gonna come into half moon from here. So let's take those right fingertips, placing it in the corner of the mat, shifting our weight onto that right foot. So back left foot is flexed. Imagine you're pushing it into a wall. Right hand comes upwards if we'd like. As we open up. If you fall out of this pose or you need to put that left foot down and start again, then please, by all means, listen to your body. Back to warrior two. So let's drop that left foot. Warrior two. Windmill those hands either side of that right foot. Stepping back to high plank. From high plank, downward facing dog. Last time on the right side that we're doing elbow taps. Inhale for three-legged dog, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale up nice and long. Right knee to chin. The core is so important in so many things that we do throughout our day, even just walking and breathing. A strong core is a very helpful thing for our body. Look forward between your hands, step that right foot forward, the left to meet the right. And forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Press those palms together, pulling them down the heart center. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. We'll take a vinyasa, sorry. Lost our buzz for a second. Or head straight to downward facing dog. Really imagining you've got someone pulling your sit bones, your hip bones back up. Inhale that left leg up nice and long. Exhale, step it forward between your hands, opening into warrior two. Windmill those arms open. Checking our alignment here. Let's reverse the warrior. Right hand down the back of your right thigh. Left hand sweeps up and back. Stretching open that left side here. Exhale. Left arm to left thigh. Right arm sweeps up and over. Big long stretch, one more breath here. Fingertips are reaching further forward. Exhale, let's open to warrior two. Coming into triangle pose, let's straighten the front left leg, right hip shimmies towards the back of the mat as those left fingertips come down into the left thigh. Left calf, sorry. Breathing here. One more breath. On your next exhale, left fingertips, corner of the mat, shifting our weight onto that left foot. Right foot is flexed. Playing with your balance. Moving as your body needs to here. One more breath. Next exhale, let's drop back to warrior two. From here, we'll windmill the hands either side of that left foot. Stepping back, plank pose. From here, we push to downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog again, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left knee to chin. Three-legged dog. Exhale, lower it back down towards the mat. From here, we'll look forward between our hands. Step that left foot forward, the right to meet the left, and then forward fold. Instead of rising up here, we're gonna heel toe our feet as wide as the mat, opening those feet to a 45-degree angle. From here, let's drop into a squat. We're coming into Malasana. So from here, let's bring our palms together. You're in the squat wherever it's good for your body. Maybe you've got your elbows the inside of your knees. 2 more breaths here, sitting tall. Place the right hand down on the mat center. Inhale that left arm up, opening towards that left side. Malasana twist. Maybe your gaze is following or it's out to the side without straightening your neck. Exhale, let's bring that left hand back down. Palms together again. Exhale, place the left hand center of the mat. Right arm sweeps up and open. Nice big stretch here as we open up to the right side. Exhale, coming back down to center. Palms together. Let's place both of the hands down on the mat as we push up into a forward fold. Here, let's heel toe those feet to about hip width apart. Your choice, a forward fold here, holding elbows, toes, hands under your feet. We're gonna hang here for a few breaths. Two more breaths. And very slowly we'll rise up. No hands overhead this time as we've had our head hanging upside down for a few breaths there. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Close those eyes. We're gonna come into figure four. Let's start with our right leg. So for figure four, you wanna cross your ankle over your thigh. This may be your pose. Bring your hands to the center if you can. Once you've got your balance, you may be able to sit further into that figure four, trying to keep that standing leg straight. You may be able to fold forward, putting that left elbow into that right foot. However this pose is for you, finding a focal point, your drishti, 2 more breaths here, working on those ankle muscles. They support us as we walk and do everything that we do standing during our day. Next exhale, if you can, let's place those fingers onto the floor. You might be in a squat. We're going to slowly then release that right leg, coming into a standing splits. So that might just be here. You might be able to fold a little bit deeper, lifting that right leg a little bit higher, pulling yourself in towards that left leg. One last breath here. The next exhale, we're going to rise up to warrior one, working on those ankle muscles. Hands out to the side, taking them to your hips if you need to square those hips. Couple more breaths here, you've got this. Back foot is flexed. Exhale, let's come into a runner's lunge. Right foot down to the mat, hands to meet it. Step that right foot back, plank. Let's take a vinyasa. Three breaths here. Your next exhale, let's look forward between your hands, stepping to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms up and overhead. Palms together down to our heart center. Switching sides, so figure four. Let's really grip into the mat with that right foot, crossing that left leg over as we start to sit back into a place that's good for our body. As we go through this, see if you can not just be doing the pose, but you can bring all of your attention and all of your power and strength into doing this pose. Maybe you're pushing really hard into those hands like we did at the beginning of practice today, feeling that energy. Exhale, release those hands. Let's come into a standing split. Fingertips down on the mat. Uncrossing that left leg as we stretch it up. Opening those hips. Maybe we can let out a big sigh. So inhale through our nose and then exhale through our mouth. One more breath here. Coming into a runner's lunge, lower that left leg. Oh, sorry, warrior one. Pop back up. There we go. See if we can balance our way up into warrior one, and then we'll come down into our runner's lunge. One last breath, you've got this. That leg is strong, it can support you. Hands down to the mat, runner's lunge. There we go. Stepping back, high plank. You can either head straight to downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. From here, we're going to inhale our right leg up nice and long. Three-legged dog. This time we'll bend the knee, opening to the side. So looking out under that right arm. And then if you'd like, you have the option to flip the dog. So letting that right foot drop back behind you if you've got space. Opening that right arm. One last breath here if you've got it flipped. Exhale, let's come back to center, three-legged dog. Lowering it back to the mat for downward facing dog. I'm going to shift myself here so I've got some room. Inhale, three-legged dog, left side. Bend that knee. Looking out under your left arm. Drop that left leg as we open up, lifting those hips. Coming back to center, three-legged dog. We're going to lower into child's pose. So let's lower with our knees together this time. Down to the mat. Push those sit bones again back towards your heels. You have the option to keep the arms out in front of you, or you can pull them down by your sides if you'd like a slightly more restorative child's pose. Child's pose is a place to catch our breath, to regroup. Find some stillness in our breath. Getting ready to continue through our practice. Slowly starting to rise back up into downward facing dog. Check those hands, pushing equally into all of our fingers on the mat. Tuck those toes, lift the tailbone. We're gonna come into pigeon. So let's inhale that right leg up nice and long. Bring that right knee to the right wrist. Untuck those left toes. You can wiggle that right ankle forward or back, whichever is good for you. Inhale, we're sitting nice and tall. And then exhale, we're gonna fold over that leg. We'll just be here for about a minute or so today. Sometimes we hold these poses a little bit longer. As we breathe, see if you can focus on sending that oxygenated air and energy down into that right hip as we feel it slowly opening. About another 20 seconds or so here, and maybe you'd like to take the pose a little bit deeper if you can fold just a little bit further forward. We're very slowly gonna move. Rising back up. Spread those fingertips wide on the mat. Pushing into them, let's tuck those left toes. Three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Let's wiggle those hips out here. Just moving in any way your body feels, or that feels good for your body. Inhale that left leg up nice and long, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Moving that right ankle as you need. Inhale, we're sitting nice and tall. Exhale, folding forward. Relaxing those shoulders. Just go a little bit deeper if you can. We're almost done here. Very slowly starting to rise up, pushing those fingertips spread wide in the mat. Tuck those right toes. Push back, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lower our knees to the mat. Let your hips drop either to the left or the right. And then we'll swing those legs around. We're in a seated pose now. We're going to come into boat. So let's keep those knees bent. Trying to keep our spines straight and imagining as we let ourselves fall back into boat pose that you've got a thread in the front of your chest that's pulling you forward. So whenever you're ready, let's let ourselves rock back, lifting those feet off the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Hands are reaching forward. Maybe you'd like to lift those legs a little further. Maybe just keeping them nice and bent is a good pose for you today. However your boat feels good. Again, working on that core here, right? Two more breaths here, you've got this. Maybe you'd like to lift the legs a little bit further. We'll very slowly start to lower down to the mat, going very, very slow. From here, let's take a big long stretch overhead. Bring those knees in for a hug. We're going to create a figure four again. So let's cross that right leg over the left. Take those hands, feed them through, grabbing hold of that left thigh or the left calf, whatever feels good for your body. Gently pulling that hip towards you, just for a few breaths here. Slowly release those hands, uncross your leg, giving your body another hug. Switching sides, crossing that left leg over the right. Feed those fingers through. If you'd like, you can keep one hand here. Maybe you'd like to use another hand to open that hip just a little bit more. Nice big sigh. Releasing that right thigh. Let's uncross the left leg. Another hug. From here, we're going to see if we can rock ourselves back up, coming into boat pose again. So let's rock ourselves. Maybe a couple rocks if you need to. Being playful with this pose. Getting to boat. Trying to keep that spine straight again. The chest is lifted. Few more breaths here. See if you can lift those legs a little bit further. Last breath, let's exhale. Coming back down to the mat. Nice big long stretch. Again, let's hug those legs. I'm going to do a back bend now. So you've got the option of wheel or bridge, sorry. So I'll walk you through bridge. If wheel's in your practice, then please feel free to go into it. Knees are bent, feet pressed into the mat. Walking those feet back about where they can reach your fingertips when your hands are down by your side. Maybe out a little bit further, whatever's the right spot for you. Move them around a little bit. As we start to rise up, lifting those hips, we imagine we've got a block between those legs. Lifting the hips. Maybe you'd like to come onto the fingertips. Onto your shoulders, sorry, and then interlace your fingertips behind your spine. Lifting those hips. Chin is tucked. Don't forget your block there. A few more breaths. Coming out of wheel if you're there, however you'd like. Very slowly, we'll walk ourselves off our shoulders. Rolling our spine gently and slowly back down to the mat, vertebrae at a time. Decompressing our spine, we'll take our feet as wide as the mat, let the knees fall together. Letting our spine sink into the mat. Let's take our left hand and place it on our heart, our right on our belly, closing our eyes, noticing our breath. I'm going to take a gentle spinal twist here. So let's release our knees. Walk those heel toe those feet back together. Let the knees fall out to the right side. Knees can be stacked. You can take that right foot, hooking it over the left knee if you'd like to deepen the twist. Hands spread out to the side if you've got space. Gazes out over those left hands, possibly with your eyes closed. We'll slowly bring our knees back to center, letting them drop out to the left side as we gaze out over our right shoulder. Very slowly bringing those knees back to center. One last big hug. Let's rock side to side. Just massaging the spine a little bit. And then if you'd like, you can stay here. Some of you are probably upside down on your mat like I am. If you'd like, you can come straight into Shavasana here, or you can turn yourself around on your mat and get settled, letting your feet fall out to the side. Hands down by your side, palms facing upwards. Everything is relaxed. You're not holding any tension in your forehead or your jaw or your shoulders. Your spine is melting into the mat. Finding stillness.
Starting to deepen your breath. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. If you'd like, a long stretch overhead. Whenever you're ready, you can roll to your right side. And we'll meet in a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed or with a soft gaze. Bringing those fingertips back together as we did at the beginning of our practice. Palms actively pressing into one another. Feeling that energy. Thank you everyone for joining me to practice today. I hope that you'll be able to move off the mat and throughout your day and your week with a sense of power to either help control our thoughts and our emotions, or at least the awareness to catch ourselves in those moments when we find the things in our daily life trying to derail us. Namaste. Hope I'll see everyone again next week. Have a great rest of your day.